Alright, so it looks like we have all the players in the server. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I don't believe Joe. Where's Joe? I don't think Joe's playing in this match, so I'll wait just another minute longer as we watch Joe trying to jump on a box that's not reachable. Oh, that's sweet lurk. Nope. Joe's definitely not playing in this match. So I'm going to go ahead and mute back out. Looks like we'll have another minute or two before this third map goes live. Again, this is a best of 3 series. It is now tied 1-1. 16-12 is the score in favor of Melty on Cash. 16-9 is the match we just saw with the win for Games4u on Mirage. And this is map 3. So again, I'm going to mute back out. I think we'll get started here in just a minute, waiting on one more player to join the server. I think both coaches are in. Yep, both coaches are in, so it's literally just one more player, and then we'll be going live. Alright, looks like we're going live. I believe we'll see knife round tonight for sides, same as we saw last map. Some cheeky decoys being thrown. I hope a decoy gets a kill. Dust 2, not really terribly important on side selection. Some teams like to start T, some teams prefer to start CT. But it's not like Inferno or Mirage or some of the other maps that are a little bit more one-sided. So let's see. Games4u won the knife. They are going to start CT side. It's probably more common now in Dust 2. Since the doors were made out of impenetrable titanium reinforced steel, where they used to be just simple wood. Map kind of flipped over to a little bit more CT-sided than it had been in the past. And we should be going live here in just a second. Again, this is map 3 of the best of 3 series between Games4u and Melty. For those asking about the bracket, I don't have a link that I think I can share, but this is what looks to be the upper bracket. One of the 2 matches in the upper bracket. The other match was, I think, Acer versus LGB. And the loser of this match, I think, has to play Property in the lower bracket. I'm not 100% on any of that. I could have just made all of that up. Feel like that's pretty close, though. And we should be going live here, so let's see what we're going to see purchased for Melty. We will see a Tech 9. And the Tech 9 is actually going to be held by Saku. She has Tech 9 smoke. We see another smoke and a flash come out. 3 players in the Ts with armor, 3 CTs with armor, and we see two with kits and flashes. It looks like this is going to be an A hit. Bilga is actually set up, if you see on the X-ray there, she looks like she's setting up to throw a flash up into that little roof. Come around the corner as we're going to see an explosion from the Ts, and that flashbang is going to get all of them but Svelty. And Svelty is the only one you needed to have vision because she gets 2 kills very quickly. And just like that, bomb site A is now going to be taken by the Ts. All 5 Ts are going to be able to cross, survive on the cross. One of them is actually holding back at long, and Giuliano's going to get two quick USP headshots on the site. Bomb still has not been planted. It's now 3v3, and it looks like they're going to fight this instead of go for the plant. Saku reloading. The Tech 9 is going to step out and continue to fight. Is finally going to be able to take down Giuliano. Still no bomb has been planted. And melty was able to spot down Kitty Cat and CT. I think McLaren's been spotted. Asaku is going to continue to shoot with the Tech 9. Going to get the kill on a McLaren and is finally going to plant with about 35 seconds left in the round. It's planted for long, and it's a 1v3. Kitty Cat's got a kit to try to make this happen. We'll see if her P2000 Scorpion can make magic work. She's going to take a quick pre-fire shot at Saku, but will get taken down from behind from melty. And melty's going to take the first pistol round of map number 3. Sorry guys, didn't realize I still had the music going. I have corrected that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to see armor and pistols on 3. We see a scout come out in Giuliano. Vilga, as we've seen in the other maps, is going to continue to save because she will be buying an AWP as soon as possible. We're going to see some very quick aggression in a bomb site B coming out of melty. And 1 kill will be had by melty. But Mimi's going to get 2 quick kills, or 3 quick kills with that 5-7. And just like that, it's now a 3v2. Julia's coming in late support with the Blaze. McLaren's going to meanwhile get a kill on his felty. Julia's going to get 1. Julia is not going to be able to get 2. Mimi with an absolutely massive round with the 5-7 there. She ended up with 4 kills and didn't take a single point of damage using just a 5-7 that round. So again, we see a pistol round win for melty, and then immediately they lose the eco round to Games4u. And we're not going to see them force all the way up on the second round. melty, that is. Only 1 player with Tech 9 armor. The other player is P250s. 1 is actually full Glock and no grenades. See, a grenade landed onto McLaren, it looked like. Took a ton of damage early in the round. It's a pretty standard setup. Actually, one of the CTs is all the way up. Gets pushed long and it's behind them. And we're going to see a quick explosion out towards middle. It's quick, looks like a quick mid to B. Kitty Cat's going to close that down really quickly. Only 1 player is in tunnels on this mid to B. And it's going to be melty, who's actually the last player alive. McLaren with the flank actually came out through the doors of the MP7 and got a quick kill there. Bomb is down on the outside of bomb site B, so this is pretty much an impossible situation for melty. She will go down at Kitty Cat. And Kitty Cat with a 3K on the round helps to lock it down. Not too many casualties have. 2-1 is now the score for Games4u. And I'm curious what the fandom of each of these teams are. So if you can do me a favor, type Games4u in chat if that's who you want to win, or type melty in chat if that's who you want to win. So I have an idea of which audience I'm trying to appease. So we're going to see another save come out. This one looks like almost a full save. There's 3 Glocks on some of the T's here. Only 2 P250s and 1 flashbang as they're going to go very quickly up catwalk. And McLaren's going to spot that. Wisely's going to fall off, throw a couple flashes, maybe try to get delay, give her team time to rotate. Bomb should be able to be planted safely, however. And 2 of the players actually still holding platform. Looks like Julia's going to go to the quad box, and the other 2 are going to try to hold off catwalk. I don't know if McLaren thought that was a person, but she was definitely shooting the wall right there. She would pretend like that was intentional. Giuliano's going to get 2 quick kills, and Julia steps out, takes down McLaren. Mimi's going to get a kill. Mimi's going to get a second kill, and only 1 player remains, and that is melty, who's going to go down to a furiously spammed 5-7 by Vilga. 3-1 now the scoreline. As I check back on the chat, I have seen nothing but Games4u typed in chat. So it appears we are a majority Games4u fan. Please be biased towards melty so chat gets mad, though. I like the strategy there. As Vilga's going to take a shot at Saku. Neither one of them connect on the AWP battle up middle. We do see kind of looks like a default. 2 players in B, 1 going to lower tunnel, and then 1 player mid, 2 players outside of long for the T's. And the CTs look like they're playing a 3-2 setup right now. 2 players in B. We see Vilga in a pretty common spot here near the car with the AWP. 1 player is in pit. And it looks like McLaren's going to be the rotator. So McLaren's actually going to kind of come towards middle to try to hold off this mid to B. So this is somewhere between a 3-2 setup and a 2-1-1 setup when you have a player in CT spawn. And the name of this gun is actually Hosey's Man Boobs. And it is Mimi's gun. Just wanted to call that out for those who would be interested. And we see the T's trying to get up catwalk. They've got full catwalk control at this point, which is about a minute into the round. And they're going to smoke off this corner, throw some flashes over the top. McLaren definitely just saw 1 cross, and then she got blinded. I don't know if she saw the second one cross. So this looks very similar to what we saw last round, which is an anti-eco round, where they're going to give up catwalk and play for the retake. And Vilg's going to get an early pick, and we see a 4v5 now post-plant. I think Julia's back at quad boxes. We see the other players, Saku is one of them, at catwalk right now, trying to just defend cat. Bomb is planted for them there. That molly will force Saku to fall back. And Julia just needs to have a ton of patience. If she has enough patience here, this could totally work. But she's gonna peek the second the bomb gets tapped. She will actually get the kill, but she's gonna get traded out. Now Saku, standing in the flames, is probably gonna go down here, but not before she gets a pick. I don't know if that was on the diffuser. It was not. So McLaren with the defuse is able to win that round, just sticking it, and her teammate went full VIP protector mode, where she actually took the bullet to protect the diffuser. Problem with what Julia did there, it was like literally the bomb got tapped and she peeked. So usually on that, right, you want to wait a couple seconds, A, to see if it's a fake, and B, you've got two teammates at catwalk. You can let them take that first peek, and only if they don't get the kill on the diffuser would you need a peek on that. So a little bit early from Julia, and the round will go in favor of Games4u, who's now up 4-1. We do see a full buy on both sides again, as the bomb plant is an extra little $800 in your pocket if you're a T. Saku is back up on the op, and it does look like we're seeing something very similar on both sides. We see kind of the 2-1-1 with the rotator and CT. Looks like McLaren's actually jumping up on the box to defend against the mid to B. And we're seeing Team Melty take early cat control again. This is about the same timing too, right about a minute left in the round. We see Saku with the op, where it looks like we're going to see possibly the set smokes, the one that's going to land on the corner, which is that one. We'll probably see the flashes over, which are those, and it looks like they're going to cross again. So this might be the exact same play. They've actually been able to get the bomb plant every time they've run it so far. They've just lost it a little bit late in the post plant, so we'll see if they have a little bit more luck this time. And actually, Svelty's at the box, and Julia is at Goose, and Svelty has already been spotted throwing a flashbang. Meanwhile, Julia is going to peek off that flashbang, going to get a kill. Saku's going to get a kill of her own and McLaren. And Saku's going to continue to repeek, doing a ton of damage here. Takes down Giuliano, and just like that, it's now 2v4. Julia is actually going to be able to take down Mimi because Kitty Cat couldn't get that frag quick enough. And she will get one, but the bomb is ticking away, and Julia's here in the site. Will actually get the kill. I don't know if she's going to survive. I feel like the bomb's going to kill her. And it will, but two players remain, so we have the AWP saved, the AK saved. Economy not too bad for the Ts. And it's getting a little bit low for the CTs. There's a chance we're going to see an eco come out here. We actually did see the force. We see a P250, a 5.7, an M4, a FAMAS, and an AWP on the CTs this round. And Kitty Cat, if only she knows there's an AWP and two players walking in on the other side. Three players make it walking in. So we're going to see Giuliano's going to get a pick on the Torca, but the other four Ts are all about to peek at B. And Kitty Cat is going to see one and take her down immediately. Very nicely done by Kitty Cat. The AWP goes down early. And it is on Saku, who has been just tremendously impactful in all three maps that we've seen so far with that AWP. So 3v4, bomb site B is lost. We should see a plant come in. The CTs are already rotating. And we see Mitsu here is holding tunnels on the other side of this smoke. Bomb has not been planted yet. And this is kind of similar. Okay, there it goes. Bomb is going to get planted. That's twice so far we've seen a site being held, but not the bomb plant coming really delayed. As McLaren and Mimi get two quick kills on the retake. And Mitsu is the only player remaining. Would probably be okay to try to save here. The bomb's already going to be diffused. It's actually a 10-second diffuse that's going on. So yeah, Mitsu's going to think better of it. It's a 1v4. Bomb is being diffused. She's going to save the AK. 5-2 now the score, and Games4u on that kind of awkward mix buy, proving that they can do a ton of damage with the PT50 and the 5.7. That's 2 times we've seen it so far, especially, and both times actually at bomb site B. And now we'll see a save. So we're going to see three P250s, two P250s, 2 Glocks, and an AK, which was saved from the round prior. Giuliano's going to take a quick peek from Catwalk and get 2 kills. Misses the third and is going to fall back to Catwalk. It's actually holding pretty close. She's going to peek out and get a third. Let's see if she can do a fourth. If she can get a fourth, then she can. Giuliano looking for an ace. And she will have the opportunity here. And she goes for the no-scope. Not going to land it. Torca's going to punish her. Torca, in the meantime, picks up that AWP and the bomb and is actually going to sit here on Catwalk and just wait for someone to try to make a play. McLaren is that player. McLaren will go down. Now it is a 3v1. And Torka's going to reload all of her guns. Again, she does have the bomb, and we have a player that just jump spotted her, so they know she's still on catwalk. She hasn't crossed up. There is a CT that is in the bomb site, just waiting for Torka to kind of come up the stairs here. That is Vilga, and that is the engagement we should see momentarily. Torka is walking out. Vilga, a lot of patience here on Vilga's part. And Torka is not even looking in that direction right now. Oh, Vilga's going to step up and spot her. And this is where it gets awkward. So Vilga's going to challenge. Mimi's going to come in on the rotate from behind on catwalk, take her down, and they will save the op. So 6-2 now the score in favor of Games4u. And we will see a somewhat light buy come out. We do see a ton of nades, but we do see a Galil on one of the players, and the economy is very, very low for the T's. CT's economy is better, but not by that much. 2 players over 3,500 that would be able to buy next round if needed, if they were to lose this round. And again, this seems to be the default for the T's. They've sent 2, Torka and Julia, towards B. 1 goes lower. They have 1 that usually hangs towards middle and 2 outside of long. We've seen them so far. I think their default's probably to get cat control, because we've seen them do it several times in a row. And then once they have it, it seems like they like to execute. They don't like to try to fake or try to pull a rotate with a mid to B or anything like that. It seems like they like to just commit immediately. And as I say that, they haven't taken cat control so far, but they haven't been contested from it. And this looks like they're setting up for a mid to B. So we see the very, very common mid to B smoke. We see a flash over the top, and we see 2 players running through the smoke. And Vilga is going to take down 1 and retreat back into bomb site B. And she will eventually be found by Svelty. We have the other CT left in the site. There's actually Kitty Cat was behind the box, and Mitsu's going to get her before the smoke in the tunnels goes off. So unfortunate timing there. We do see the bomb planted. It is now 3v3 in the retake situation for Games4u. And all 3 players are going to be coming from the door windows. There's no one putting any pressure on tunnels right now. Looks like Giuliano's setting up for a flash. There goes the flash. Svelty peeking from the big box is not going to be able to take down 1. Mimi's going to get a kill. McLaren's going to get one from the door. And Mitsu's going to take down 1. And Giuliano's actually off the bomb. And doesn't have a kit, and I think this is going to go terribly wrong for Games4u, and it will. And Melty is going to end up winning that round. I think what they probably had some poor communication there. Giuliano didn't have a kit, tapped the bomb, held it for a second, probably said, hey, I don't have a kit. Let me take the tunnel battle. And they just needed to switch roles there, and that round would have been secure for Games4u. But Mitsu just provided enough of a distraction, got that first kill, forced the second player to come over. And the miscommunication on part of Games4u is going to allow Melty to take their 3rd round of map 3. And we do see a FAMAS. We do see one of the AKs that was saved, and we see a 5.7 up on the CTs. So this is, again, a little bit of a forced buy, but only with 1 player. And we see 2 Galils on the part of the T's. 6-3 is the score. This looks, again, like the default we've seen time and time again. The difference is one of the CTs actually contesting close, and that is Vilga. Giuliano, meanwhile, is going to get a kill as 2 players for the CTs push tunnels this round. So some semi-late round aggression into tunnels is going to reward them with a single kill. And now the T's have full committed outside through long A. We're going to see the smoke for the cross. We're going to see a flash into the site, flash over the top towards catwalk. And they should be able to make it somewhat safely across. See 2 CTs already on catwalk. We're going to see a very nice molly. I don't think that molly... Yeah, the molly's going to spread, but Julia's going to get out with 5 HP remaining after the plant. It got a little intense. Almost saw another barbecue. Now it's 4v4, but the health advantage... Or, excuse me, 4v5 health advantage is definitely in favor of Games4u. And we're going to see some flashes coming up towards the ramp. Svelty's going to be able to take 1, but Kitty Cat's there to support. 3 CTs have already entered in the site. Julia's on the other side of this smoke. And Julia's going to be able to take down the diffuser and runs away with 5 HP. So some cheeky play coming out of Julia there. She did what she could. I think that there's not a player defusing. And that's 2 straight rounds where the defuse comes in too late. Julia making plays. Going to plant the bomb for long, going to take 95 damage from a Molotov, is going to have a smoke land at her feet, is going to stand in the smoke, kill the diffuser, and win the round for her team. And that's 2 straight rounds. 6-4 is now the score. And Melty's starting to build up some wins. And it looks like we're going to see only the 2 players that survived last round with the rifles have guns for the CTs. Vilga's trying to get to lower B, took a ton of damage on the cross. They're gonna. Looks like this is actually a B crunch. 2 players hitting it from tunnels, 1 player hitting it from lower B. Not going to be able to spot anyone out. This is a good read from Melty. They probably know that the CT should be saving here and taking their time. Looks like the other two CTs are inside of the long doors. And McLaren's actually tucked, dodging flashes. Mimi's actually sitting here with her monkey business 5-7. We've seen her put this to good use throughout these 3 maps. And the T's are just happy to take their sweet time. Nothing coming out here. And McLaren's going to take down 1 after Mimi goes down, but quick response from Mitsu. So Julia and Mitsu combine to get 2 kills there at the doors. And now it's a 4v3. Quick, looks like they're full committing up long A. Flashbang's going to delay them just a few seconds. Vilga's going to throw a second one. And Vilga is one of the players with the rifle. Vilga with the flashbang is going to be able to take down 1, but not able to take any more than that. Torka and Saku are going to combine for 2 kills. And Kitty Cat is going to respond with a kill on a Torka. It's now 2v1. Kitty Cat has 100 HP, a P250, and a Galil. No kit, but both players are fairly low. So I think 2 bullets for each player will do this. Bomb's probably planted for long because we see both T's are heading in that direction, and it is. Kitty Cat's taking a little bit too long, knowing that she's got to kill 2 players. She doesn't have a kit. Oh, there's a kit right here. And let's see. She is not going to go up. She's not even going to try to save that AK that's on the ground there. She thinks better of it. She's going to go back, save this Galil. 6-5 now the scoreline. And we see 2 people survive for the T's. 1 player survived for the CTs. So trying to help out the economy of their teams. Take a quick look at the scoreboard, get a bigger, clearer picture of what's going on. See both teams' economies are extremely low, so this could be a swing round. But we have seen the CTs force up, and if they were to lose this, they're on a $2,900 bonus. So there's a chance that we'd see them force, depending on if any of their players were able to save. Again, we're going back to the default we've seen. Two in tunnels at the start, 1 stays posted on upper tunnels, 1 goes to lower tunnels, 1 holds middle, and then 2 usually hold long. This is pretty standard stuff coming out of Melty here. CTs are now actually in a... Looks like 3 players... Well, looks like we got 2 players in CT spawn, 1 player in B, 1 at long, and 1 kind of a spotting catwalk. You see these are the 2 players near mid, so they might be expecting mid to B. Meanwhile, the execute's going to come out on long. It looks like Melty was trying to take control of long A. Vilga was not having any of it with 2 quick kills, make that 3 kills, holding down long. She's actually going to swing out wide to try to take another gun battle on the player at the blue dumpster. But Saku's actually going to get 1. McLaren's not going to hit the shots there, and Saku will get a response onto her, and we're going to see them commit again up long A. That flash is not going to make it around the corner. Giuliano's going to peek wide. Is actually going to be able to take down 1. I think she knows Torka's there. And Kitty Cat's going to be able to finish the job on a Torka. So that went back and forth pretty quickly. It looked like Vilga was going to have a complete lockdown at long A. Answering 1 death of her teammate with 3 kills. Went for the 4th kill and kind of gave an opening for Melty. Melty was able to bring it to a 2v2. But the 2 players for the CTs were able to do their jobs, lock it down. And now we're going to see a save come out for Melty. So 7-5 is now the score. Again, this is map 3 of a best of 3 series. And it looks like it's going to be a good one. So the T's are actually similarly positioned. I don't know if they have any set execute. They only have 1 smoke and 1 flash to play with here. And Torka is sitting close mid doors with a Glock. 3 of the players have actually just stayed with Glocks on the round. Their economy, as I mentioned, the round prior was extremely low because they reset their win bonus, or excuse me, loss bonus. They only got 1,400. They're only going to get 1,900 for this one without a bomb plant. So bomb plant would be really important, really valuable for their team right now. And you can see up at the top the equipment value, $1,700 versus $27,000 of equipment. And that Molly's going to lock it down, so that's very, very nicely defended. Bomb site B, a smoke on the door and a Molly on the window. And we're going to see 2 quick kills, make that 3 kills, 4 kills. Not a single CT has dropped. This is a great looking round for Games4u. That's something that we call, when we play that exact setup, if we were to play 2 players at B, 2 players at B, wherever, 2 players at B, and no one helping mid, so kind of maybe 1 car and 2 long. We tell the B players, hey, you guys are on an island, and they know when we call that, it means late round you're going to need either a smoke or Molly or both to either smoke off the door or Molly off the door or the window. and kind of force them to take a difficult challenge, if any, or you're going to delay them for the rotate. Something that AZK showed us that it was an iBuy power setup, and it looks like they actually ran something pretty similar there. Worked great. It was only against mostly Glocks, but not losing a single player is going to allow the CTs to be able to buy out for the rest of this half. 8-5 is now the score. So we see Vilga loves to play this aggressive long A, and she's got full control of it now. McLaren's actually up on this box. That flashbang, she doesn't turn. She turns, and I guess the T's didn't see her because I felt like she should have died really early there. She ends up with 2 kills, and Giuliano in support's going to take down 2 of her own. Last player is now Torka, who's going to be running towards lower B. She will go down, and just like that, super fast round. 9-5 is the score. Last round of the half, and this is a big round if you're Melty. A 9-6 is way better than a 10-5 half. And let's see, looks like we're going to see a lot of flashes over long A. Mimi kind of gets stuck out here at the car, which isn't always a bad position if you can get somebody to team up with you on the corner, which it looks like she does. Mimi's actually going to get that first kill, and McLaren's going to flash and peek out. Going to take down 1. Mimi's going to get a second. Mimi's going to get a third. And then just the 5-7 spam is just going to go off there, but the last player is actually catwalk. Giuliano's going to finish her, and what ended up being a back and forth early, looked like maybe around the middle of this half it was going to be a pretty close 8-7, 9-6, but Games4u was able to make a good adjustment, lock down the last 4 rounds, and we are going to see a 10-5 half out of them. Take a quick look at the scoreboard. 18-7, Giuliano finishes with the most frags in the first half. It's a very, very good half out of her. And what's funny is 2 of those rounds, so Melty took 5 rounds, 2 of those rounds came by way of not being able to defuse the bomb in time. If you guys remember, there was one at B where maybe the wrong player challenged tunnels and the other player went to defuse, and they should have switched because one had a kit and one didn't. And then we saw the play that Julia made where she was in a smoke, killed the diffuser, and the other 2 had looked like they were starting to chase down the player at long and couldn't get back to the bomb in time. So this could have been a really lopsided half. 10-5 is a little bit of a good thing for Melty, as we're going to see Games4u running similar pistol rounds. These teams are running very similar pistol rounds to each other, it seems. So they take a flash out long. The CT pistol setup's a little different than we saw out of Games4u for Melty, and it looks like it's going to be a quick execute up long A to the site. Torka's going to go immediately down. Mimi's just going to land a beautiful headshot kill. And just like that, the site is already taken, and the bomb will be planted for long. And one thing that we saw a little differently here, as Giuliano gets a kill, I think this is at long A. Yep, Giuliano get that kill at long A. One thing we saw that was differently out of Melty and Games4u, Games4u got the site planted immediately and fell in a post plant. What we saw come out of Melty is they actually delayed the plant to try to take challenges, specifically Saku with the Tech 9, as 2 kills come in for Vilga. Mitsu's going to get 2, but gets traded out by McLaren, and pistol round win for Games4u. That's both pistols. Actually, no, excuse me. They actually lost first pistol, but ecoed. So what I was saying is you saw the way that they did that. They smoked here. There was a smoke here. They took the site. They planted. They fell post-plant. What we saw out of Melty is they took the site, and then Saku with the Tech 9 just kept peeking this with the bomb, peeking this over and over. She was able to actually get a couple kills, but the bomb didn't get planted until about 30 seconds left. And just a difference of styles there. We will see the CTs. We see a scout with armor and a kit on Torka. Svelti's going to have P250 and helmet. And Julia just regular body armor and a 5.7. And Vilga's actually going to get tagged by the scout early. Let's see if we can follow the scout here and see where the action is. As Giuliano is going to use the MAC-10 to take down 1. Vilga spots 1 at middle, not able to take down the scout, but there's a lot of damage already dealt. Svelti down to 15 HP. And it looks like they're going to sit on the other side of the smoke. Vilga's actually like, I'm not sitting on the other side of the smoke. And all 3 of them end up running through it. McLaren ends up with a kill on Asaku. And Vilga just YOLOs in a CT spawn, says, nap time for you, Torka, and I'm going to take you down, Svelti, just for good measure. And now it is a 5v1, as Vilga is just going off. She feels like a superwoman with this Tech 9. And the last CT is saving. So there's 30 seconds probably left on that bomb. Let's see if Julia can save with her Evil Boy 5.7 stat track pistol in T-spawn. Probably not a lot of need for the T's to hunt on this. I don't know if they think that maybe she has a scout, but it looks like they're just going to end up saving outside of long A. So 12-5, we will see the score. And again, this is similar to what we saw on Cash. I don't remember what the first half score was because we started casting that match late. But the second Melty got guns on CT side, they won out. And it ended up being something like 12, it was maybe 12-6, something in that territory. And then it ended up 16-12. So don't give up yet if you're a Melty fan. And certainly don't take anything for granted here if you're a Games4u player or fan, as we're going to see this round another save come out. Vilga's going to continue to do work that Tech 9. She's going to get one, but Julia's going to end up taking her down and ending her Tech 9 reign of terror. So now it's 3v4. Bomb will be planted. 3 CTs look like they're all going to be coming from the tunnels. Actually, no. They're actually going to push. 2 of them are going to push the doors, and only one of them is going to go tunnels. Torka's actually going to do, I think maybe it was Svelty that got the dink earlier in the round, and we're going to see the USP get some kills there. Kitty Cat's going to take down 1, make that 2. NiP, meanwhile, uses the MP7 to finish off Saku, and 3 players for the T's remain. Not too bad of an anti-eco round there. Take a quick look at the economies. We're going to see everything is going to be put in on this round for Melty. We see an AWP, 2 FAMASas, 2 M4s, and Saku does not have armor, so she will be the glass cannon of the round. Is actually heading long early, so we're going to see 3 players for the CTs at long, 2 players at B, and man, they're like mirror images, the exact same default. Pretty common on Does 2, so it's not super rare, but we see 1 player, 2 players start in tunnels, 1 player holds up top, 1 player drops to lower. We saw actually Juliano's going to take 2 gun battles at long, wins 1 but loses the second, and she actually did that with no support from her teammates, so that was all individual play right there. But she does do a ton of damage to Mitsu. And it looks like the other 2 rifles for Games4u have actually walked out middle. Julia is going to take down McLaren after McLaren takes down a teammate. Bomb site B is now open, and this is going to be a 2v3 retake. And I'm not sure if we're going to see the CTs go for this or not. Mitsu is down to 13 HP, and Saku only has an AWP and does not have armor. Mitsu does have a kit, however. And it looks like Melty... Okay, so Melty was probably looking for an early pick. They didn't get one, and they're going to fall off and save. So, good read from them. I would agree with making that decision. That is a beautiful-looking knife. I don't know what that goes for on the market, but it's probably way too much. Saku's just sitting here looking for an exit kill. Won't be able to find him. It looks like the T's are all exiting through the tunnels. 14-5 now the score. Just 2 rounds away from winning and staying in the upper bracket is Games4u, which I know will make the 150 to 200 viewers right now or so happy, since all of them seem to be Games4u fans. And we're going to see just an absolute force out from the CTs. We see an MP9 on 1, a couple FAMASas. We see the AWP and the M4 that was saved from the round prior. And let's see what we got here. It looks like Saku wants to take an early challenge. She actually spots down Mimi in lower B, going to get that pick and fall off. She actually had a rifle with her, but she didn't have that really common boost where you boost up to get a better angle in the lower, but didn't seem to need it. And now we see 3-2 is the setup. One of the players for the CTs looks like maybe they're rotating through spawn right now, as Vilga has made her way out long with an AWP. I don't know if she's going to be able to spot that player in time, and she won't. So flashbang's going to come up, Torque is going to go down, just Giuliano's going to get that kill. And 2 CTs are actually already at bomb site A. It's now 4v3 with about 45 seconds, excuse me, have expired in the round. Games4u has control of Catwalk, but Svelty's already pinched behind. Svelty's going to take down 2, and Julia is already in lower B. So McLaren is left in a 1v4, takes down 1. Going to eventually drop to McLaren, who had rotated in the lower. McLaren Julia not able to get up quick enough to pick up a better gun than the FAMAS, so she's going to hang on to that for a second round. T's economy is still really strong. We should definitely see another full buy come out of them. 14-6, Melty hanging on here. And this is kind of what it looked like on Cash, and then we just saw a whole bunch of blue go over the top. So it's certainly a possibility. As we see Svelty's going to throw the smoke flash and cross over towards the fence, in case there's a B rush. But this looks like we're going to see... Looks like they were trying to flash for mid. Or maybe that was a flash for Cat. Saw just before GO.TV switched our point of view. And again, similar defaults on both teams. We do see one player challenging that flash. I don't think made it around the corner. It did not. Svelty's in a spot 2, and it's going to throw a flash directly at the feet of those 2 players. And it's actually going to stand in the molly. I think her teammate may have thrown that molly, but Svelty will take down Mimi and fall back with just 13 HP remaining. So they saw an early attempt at a mid to B. Saku is just in such a good position as McLaren takes a peek at long doors. That's going to be an easy kill with no response, and now it's a 5v3. And the 3 Ts for Games4u look like they're falling back to catwalk. We're going to see a missed flash out of Giuliano, and she's going to be crossing really close to the ledge, and Mitsu's going to punish that. And now it's down to a 2v5 as Vilga's leading the way with the op. Mitsu's actually going to get a pick on a kitty cat behind her. That's 2 kills from this CT connector area for Mitsu that round, which are not the easiest kills to get, but we did see one player running close to the edge. If you run far back enough, it's basically a headshot only angle. It makes that shot a lot more difficult. Mitsu's going to get 2 playing from that position. We will see another buy come out, and we'll see the exhaustion of the T economy on this round. CT economy starting to build up a little bit. Melty hoping to mount a bit of a comeback here, as they will be boosting Mitsu on a catwalk solo this round. We have one player close door spotting in a lower. And Mitsu's going to take a peek, take a challenge from catwalk. He's going to win that. And actually, Svelty gets 2 at bomb site, towards the tunnels early in the round. And just 20 seconds in, it's already a 2v5. So bad news if you're a Games4u fan on the round. And Mitsu with a jump peek is going to spot Mimi down in lower B. So they know that one of the 2 remaining Ts is in the tunnels. Meanwhile, Giuliano's being a little sneaky, walking up from long A. Torka is actually spotting this, but they have chosen, the CTs have chosen to give up long A this round. And will Torka spot this? Will the timing work out? Giuliano's going to do 75 damage through the wall. Just saw the shoulder of Torka. And actually he's going to get a bomb plant on the round. So not bad, because the economy for the Ts has been a little bit rocked the last few rounds. Extra $800 per player is pretty big. And I think they lost, what? They lost 2 straight. So they're actually, 2,400 is their economy bonus if they don't win this round. But the extra $800 makes it 32, and you can actually force up on 3,200. Giuliano's going to take down 1. Giuliano's going to take down 2. Torka's going to end up getting the kill there. But the bomb is planted for Mimi. Mimi's going to get 1, and will not be able to hold it off. Let's see if this defuse can come in time. And that should be. It's going to be close, but it should be defuse. So, a very nice recovery, being down 2v4 or 2v5, I think, early in that round, just 20 seconds in. Was able to turn that into a very nice post plant. That had a chance to turn into a round win. We see the economy over again. $3,200 is what the Ts will receive for that round because of the plant. They're gonna just eco save this round. They've got a couple rounds to play with. They're gonna put Tech 9s on a couple of their players. CT economy still looking pretty good, as Saku gets an early pick on a Giuliano, and Giulia is challenging early in the tunnels. Is going to take down Kitty Cat. And again, just 20 seconds into the round, we're down 3v5 now. Very, very aggressive CT side coming out of Melty. Mimi, meanwhile, is going to take down Mitsu with a Tech 9. And we've seen Mimi do a ton of damage with her pistols, especially on this map. It looks like the Ts are going to be trying to get up catwalk with the bomb. And I'm fearful for anybody that peeks Vilga with that Tech 9. And actually, they jump back down. It looks like they're going to try to go out the doors, but a Molotov's going to make them rethink that idea. A pretty cool P250 white out there. Haven't seen that skin before. Mimi with the M4 is going to take a peek in a spawn. She will eventually come across Svelty. Svelty's going to get the kill. Aim punch is too strong there. Then will Vilga fall back in time? She will. And she actually picks up the M4, uses it to get a kill. And she has armor, so there is no aim punch in her world right now. And both her and McLaren are heading full speed into the tunnels. Looks like they're going to be committing on this. GO.TV, for whatever reason, brought us to the wrong bomb site. They're going to smoke out, and Saku's got an off on the back of the site. Svelty's going to peek the door and get a kill onto Vilga. And I don't know if Svelty realizes McLaren is there. She will see her through the edge of the smoke. Going to be able to get that kill. Svelty finished off 3 wounded enemies in that round. That's what we're being told by the Valve little banner there. Now we'll see a buy-up coming in appropriately for the Ts. 14-9 as Melty's starting to make this close late in this half. And we're going to see 1 towards long. See 2 towards tunnels with 1 going lower base. Pretty standard setup. Again, Giulia loves that close angle and actually ate a nade trying to play it. Meanwhile, Mimi's going to get a pick on a Saku at middle. and that's a big, big early kill to have. And Kitty Cat is going to spot Julia, who had pushed into the tunnels, is actually going to be able to take her down. One player left in B. And it looks like that's where they're going to be splitting to. So Svelty's going to take a peek, do a little bit of damage from the window, but has to know that she's going to have at least one coming tunnels. Kitty Cat is that player, and Kitty Cat's going to win that. So this is looking like we could see the 15th round won for Games4u, as we have one person, actually is that two players, lurking all the way across the map. I don't think Melty realizes the bomb's actually planted at A. So both sites were being pinched. We saw a mid to B from two players. We saw one player in tunnels. The other two were actually at long with the bomb. And because they were so split out, when you spread out like that, the plan actually goes very well so long as everybody frags. If you don't frag, you end up on one side or the other with only one or two players. But if each player tends to get a pick, or you get two picks here, a pick there, it's very difficult as a CT to know which direction to rotate. And that round worked out beautifully for Games4u. So this is match and series point. 15-9 now the score for Games4u. We will see a full buy on both teams. So this is a good chance for Melty to continue to prolong this match, this series. This is, again, the third map of a best of three. And Games4u is looking to close it out. See this round, two players holding strong in B. Looks like we have one player in Mitsu close to the blue dumpster spotting the long doors. Giuliano has actually lurked out of those doors several times so far, and I guess that might be an adjustment that Melty wanted to make. So they have two players now, one player with an op at the car. Mitsu looks like she's going to rotate towards CT spawn, maybe expecting a mid to B. And just as she gets there, there's a mid to B smoke that'll land. But this looks more like it'll be a catwalk play. And McLaren's actually going to molly the site. It's going to grenade down towards Mitsu. That grenade does a pretty fair amount of damage, almost 30 damage there. Saku's going to shoot on the flash, but Svelty's actually going to get a kill from B, and the bomb is now down in middle. And Mimi's going to take a challenge on Svelty, who had rotated again out of bomb site B, which is now wide open. And both Mitsu and Julia are going to peek at middle, and they're actually rotating to B because they realize that B is open and they think that's where it's going. But Games4u is actually taking this back towards A. Saku's going to miss one. Saku's going to miss two of the most crucial frags, probably of the series for her. She had been hitting all the shots up until that point. And now it's 3v3, the bomb planted. Mitsu's going to try to make this retake happen. We do see one kit, and that kit is on Torka. And Mitsu's done a ton of damage, but no kills so far. Mimi is still playing close in the site. That Molotov may force her out. Torka's going to get a kill. Now McLaren, let's see how McLaren plays this. She is at quad boxes, and she's going to peek and get one. She's going to peek and get two. And McLaren's going to get a third and finish it off. 16-9 the final score, as Games4u wins and continues on in the upper bracket. So GG's to all. I believe we're going to have one more best of three. I'm not sure what the teams are. I'd have to take a look at the bracket, and I don't know if the bracket that I have is actually updating dynamically. So I'm going to check back on chat real quick. Let's see how good you guys have been doing on the insults. Not too bad, not too bad. Potter coming out hard. Potter, I assure you, Potter, I am not an idiot. So what I might do here, I'm not sure if I have the same GO.TV info for where this next match is going to be. I'm showing that it's supposed to occur at 1930 BST, which I have zero clue what that translates to. Let's see. Should be 2:30, which is actually supposed to be right now. So there's a chance that it's going to go right into the next game. I might flip screens here, place a couple ads, put on some hold music, and reach out to my contacts. I've been told that there's another BO3 after that one, so I just want to make sure that I have all the info correct. I'm also going to end the stream for just a moment because I've been told that that is an easier way for them to do the VODs. So next match is next Sunday. I believe that is correct. The 16th of August, which is a week from today, is when the upper bracket will continue, but I believe there is one more match for the lower bracket today. I show that CM Storm is playing a team, and so is Property. So there's a chance that we're going to see Property play Melty on this next BO3. So again, I'm going to kill the stream real quick. It'll be back. I'm going to put on some hold music. Again, not super sure what's going to go on and when this next match will start, but when I get back, I should have some more information for you guys. So